How's it going, everyone? Jimmy here, and today I want to teach you guys how to utilize hit confirming in order to step up your game in Street Fighter V. Now, what is a hit confirm? Basically, you start off a combo and you only want to convert into the full thing depending on whether or not the opponent got hit on the initial move that you started the combo off. This skill is very, very important when you want to go from like a button masher to a decent player. And it's a very nice tool to basically maximize your damage output whenever you get the chance to. Hit confirming doesn't really create opportunities, but it maximizes the ones that you get. And this is something I constantly see. People jump in and they hit the opponent but don't convert into anything. That is a huge problem. A lot of people are losing games just because they're not maximizing their damage output whenever they get a hit. And hit confirming is a technique that allows you to do that. So let's go into training mode so I can show you guys a few examples on how to use hit confirms on offense and even on defense. So first of all, let's cover some settings before we get started. It's very important to set the training dummy to block randomly. The reason why we want to have this is you don't want to trick yourself into believing you're hit confirming when you're not. Okay, so this is a great way to make sure you're actually using a hit confirm to maximize your opportunities. So I'm gonna do a standing medium punch into a crouching medium punch Tatsu, and as you will see, I will only go into the Tatsu if the initial hit connects. So this time we got it. See, this is what it's supposed to look like. If the opponent blocks the initial hit, you won't be able to stop yourself from going into the second one, or if you're really concentrated, you might even be able to do that, but in general, it's not really that big a deal if you do the second punch. What's really important is you don't want to do the Tatsu if the initial medium punch gets blocked. And this is the concept of hit confirm, okay? Basically, with this technique, you will always be safe if the opponent blocks, but if you get a hit, you always get a combo that does a lot of damage or puts you in a decent spot. Now, the combo that I just showed you is fairly simple to hit confirm from, so I suggest if you're like a new player and you have never heard about this concept, definitely try it out in training mode. It's quite simple to learn. So yeah, a more difficult combo to hit confirm from is like a crouching light kick into crouching light punch hard shoryuken. It's a combo that you in general want to use on the opponent's wake up, especially if they tend to walk backwards on the wake up. Like some opponents like to do that, and in general it's quite difficult to cover the low options with Ryu. So if you can hit confirm from a crouching light kick, that is definitely going to help you out and make sure the opponent does not get away with like walking backwards on wake up. So yeah, this is what it's supposed to look like. See? The really important aspect is you're trying to like visually confirm whether the crouching light kick connected. And the reason why I can do this is because I trained it a lot, I have a lot of experience, so I can pull it off pretty much all the time. But yeah, this one is a little more difficult. There are like tons of other hit confirms that you will see on offense, but let's cover some of the defensive options as well. So let's say the opponent knocks you down. Sometimes you will have to challenge your opponent by waking up by with a button. And when you press a button, that's where I see most people fail to hit confirm. Like, don't just wake up with pressing a button. Hit confirm that button into a combo. This is very important because basically you reverse the momentum, and as I said, you can use hit confirm to maximize damage output. And on defense, this is as important as it is on offense. But for some reason, a lot of people just fail to do that for whatever reason. So, I wanna utilize a standing jab here because it's Ryu's fastest normal, and Ryu has a couple of ways to use that to hit confirm into some combos. Most commonly, what I like to use is standing light punch into standing light kick hard shoryuken, okay? And as usual, we want to use the very first hit to hit confirm into the full combo. So if you want to practice it, as usual, set the training dummy to random block, and yeah, train it. So this is the idea. Remember, like, because you're doing this on wake up, you don't have like the main difference between doing something like hit confirming on offense and defense is when you're doing this on defense after a knockdown, you have very limited control over where the opponent is actually standing when you do the initial hit. So sometimes they will be able, like, they will walk backwards a little bit or something like that, for example, and this can be problematic because if you're a little too far away, this worked, but if you're a little too far away, the shoryuken will not hit, see? And it's very important to keep that in mind. So don't just always go into the shoryuken, even if the initial hit connects. If you want to be on the safe side, you can always go into an EX Tatsu, or you can do an EX Fireball. Both options are okay to utilize. Let's talk about a more advanced way to utilize hit confirms. You can also hit confirm from a counter hit. Some combos will only work on counter hit because the opponent gains or has a little more hit stun because of the counter hit properties. Therefore, it opens up combo possibilities that are normally not doable. On defense, for example, instead of going for the standing light punch into the standing light kick combo, it can be really good to utilize the standing light kick as a hit confirm, like as a counter hit confirm into a crouching hard punch and then a shoryuken, okay? This is really useful on defense because most of the time when you press a button on wake up, you catch the opponent messing up their meaty attack, so they should be in the startup of a move, and therefore that basically guarantees the counter hit property. This is the reason why a lot of players like Daigo and Tokido, they like to utilize this string, because most of the time when they wake up and they get away with the standing light punch, it will be a counter hit. So what you can do here is go into the dummy settings and set counter to random. This way you can also train to like react to the counter hit message. When you get a counter hit, see it says counter on the left side, or depending on whether you're on the left or the right side, it's gonna pop up. And this is basically what we're trying to react to. And the good thing is, right now the opponent might, like, if you have the dummy settings like this, you don't know whether Cammy is gonna block the attack, whether she's gonna get hit by the attack, or whether the attack is gonna result in a counter hit, okay? All three possibilities are there, and therefore it's the perfect way to train this, like to train to counter hit confirm. And the idea is, we will always go from the standing light punch into the crouching fierce, but you only want to go into a shoryuken afterwards if you see the counter hit message, okay? So this is the 3-hit combo that we're looking for, only possible on counter hit. If she blocks, you don't want to do it. If she normally gets hit, you don't want to do it. Sometimes she might actually get hit by the crouching fierce as well, but even then you don't want to go into a shoryuken just because we're hit confirming from the standing light punch. This is the idea. Counter hit confirming is harder to do than normal hit confirming, just because you have to pay attention to a lot more stuff when you do that. So this is an example that you can utilize on defense. Let's talk about an offensive way to utilize counter hit confirming. Now I want to show you guys a very interesting combo that Ryu can do as a counter hit confirm. I said hit confirms are generally there to maximize opportunities, but the string that I want to show you actually creates an opportunity. So it's very useful, but it's quite difficult to pull off, so make sure to train this one a lot before you do it. especially because if you mess it up, you will get punished for it. So what do I want to do? The standing medium punch is a very good normal, especially on counter hit. On counter hit, it combos into a sweep. We want to utilize that fact and counter hit confirm the medium punch into a sweep whenever we get the chance to. Basically, what a lot of Ryu players, including myself, will do is if I'm playing like the mid-screen, like mid-screen footsie game against my opponent, I will sometimes fish for a counter hit with the medium punch and then hit like counter hit confirm into a sweep, and then afterwards I can dash in and pressure the opponent on wake up. This is a very nice way to gain an advantage from the neutral position. So yeah, as usual, set counter hit to random, set guard to random, so you can actually train how to hit confirm this. This is a lot more difficult than the other stuff that I showed you so far, because we're only confirming from one normal, so be sure to train this before you actually utilize it in a match. So see, this is a 2-hit combo. So this is the idea. Sometimes Cammy will block, then you won't, like you will definitely not do the sweep. Sometimes you even get the hit, but like remember, when you're counter hit confirming, you want to take a look at where the counter hit message pops up. If you don't see it, don't bother like confirming into anything. You really want to take a look at the screen. Like you don't want to confirm by visually taking a look at Cammy whether she's gonna get hit or not. That's definitely not what you want to do. You want to take a look at the counter hit message. If you see it pop up, that's when you want to go into the sweep. So that's all I have to say on this topic for now. One more thing that I do want to recommend is take a look at tournament footage and try to see what kind of strings a pro player use, especially if they use the character you play with, because pro players, they do train, like they go into training mode and try to figure out really good strings, nice hit confirms that have a lot of upsides and they're very hard to punish. Definitely make sure that whenever you see your like the player that plays your character, whenever they pressure the opponent on wake up, what kind of strings do they do? Or on defense, when they wake up and they press buttons, what kind of buttons do they press? What kind of strings they go into? Because they always utilize hit confirms. And that way you don't have to actually go into training mode yourself and figure out this stuff. You can just take a look at tournaments and yeah, gain a lot of knowledge from that. So guys, let me know what you think about this in the comment sections below or live on Twitch. So take care, and I'll see you soon.